Hey everyone, it's Momentary Flux. Welcome back to Factorio. Still on version 17.33 experimental. Let's get started. I wanted to increase my input of raw materials during this episode. One of the things I do need to do first, though, after I check on these trains and make sure they're not putting themselves in manual for some reason, is I need to set up a stack inserter production. So I think I'm just going to make it over here near the robots. Since near their hub, I should say. Eventually, I'm going to make a more organized factory, but for now, I'm just going to be putting stuff around. There's going to be a few things I need to make, and one of them will be here. Okay, so this needs 3 things that I can bring in and 1 thing that I cannot, which is the iron gear wheels. So if I manufacture the gear wheels, I can then just request the other stuff. So let's get some of those requester chests. Set this to stack inserters, and then we need an output into a supply chest. I need to start using these substations. Okay, if we copy, paste, remove that. Wow, that's a lot of materials. I think that's more reasonable. Okay, so those are going to get being built. I can remove the pipes for now, and we can put these in. Okay, one of the things I did notice was that, okay, so I've got double lines of ore, but they're not full. So I'm thinking what I can do here is I'm bringing one in on this line. I can bring one on this line too. I need to start making I need to start making just all of these logistics components in general as well. I need to set up a system for to assemble those. The time has come. As soon as I get one of these built. Not that this is really important or going to make any kind of difference for what I'm doing right here, but in the long run, something that needs to be done. Okay, so we need requesters. And then a couple of inserters. We need stack inserters here. And we will just copy the request from here over to here and here. Double check, make sure that's working. And we should see a pretty good increase in the fullness of these belts. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, those are much more full now. So that's going to help with our iron output. So let's go look at this part of our iron input here. I'm thinking if I speed up these belts, it's going to help at least a little bit. I'll do that as soon as I make the stuff to do so. It looks like we haven't quite hit yet with our upgrade. I mean, we clearly have plenty of capacity for the input that we're getting, because the ore is not making it to the end of the line. It's not backing up. It's getting close. It's better. It's definitely better. So as this picks up speed, then the copper is going to get swallowed up as well. Okay. Let's see what do I have built here. I have inserters built, but I never did build a system for for all the belts and splitters, underground tunnels, and that kind of stuff. So I need to set that up. And I just like the idea of moving the factory up here closer to the train station in general. So I'll find a spot up here. I'm thinking maybe I just put it here for now, next to our stack inserters. Let's get this area powered up here. Alright, that will cover this whole area. Okay, so we're going to have to make gears. Excuse me. This time of year, the pollen in the air just kills me. I did create a mute hot button though, so that it's not quite as annoying. So if there's ever a strange, awkward silence, it's probably me coughing. Okay, so the first thing we have to build is yellow belts. And then the next thing we have to build so those will come out. I don't have enough room here actually to create the yellow and the red together. So let me find a better spot. I think I drastically underestimated how much room that takes. Let's see here. I'm going to need one more unload spot for oil. Let's turn off our personal robots and task the construction robots in the system to take care of those trees. Anyway, what I was saying a second ago is that I need one more unloading spot here for oil. So let's put that in here now. I don't have to set it up. I just need to put it in here just to get it set up. And do I have a train stop? I do not. So I'll make one train stop. There it is. We'll call this unload oil. And I've got a couple of tanks here. There's not enough room here. I'm going to need a pump in between here, so let me put these here instead. Okay. I can make 2 pumps, so I'm going to go ahead and do that so I don't forget. Okay, so when a train comes in here, it's going to unload into here. And when the time comes, we'll deal with that. Okay, in the meantime, now that we know what the sort of the extent of our unloading area is going to be, and I don't think I'm ever going to need more than these 2 unloaders plus the oil unloader. So that means that the rest of this space out here is free. So let's add let's get a roboport over here. Maybe I should put a couple roboports here. We'll see what it looks like if I put one up here and one down at the bottom. Have some nice coverage there. That will cover. Yeah, I think I can do this and get away with it. So for now, let's put in some big power poles. And I can set up a bit of a grid here. Perhaps. Make a few more of those. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to put in some coverage here. For what I'm gonna make. Alright, so this is a little bit off, but that's alright. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna task 2 more roboports to be built, and I'll just put those up here. I kind of like this idea of just having the roboports on the outside and then having the building area on the inside. It's kind of nice. Okay, while that's happening, let's get back to what I was trying to do before and lay down some assemblers here. Okay, so we need gears. And we need gears for multiple things when we're building belts. So I'm going to have to sort of just freestyle this as I go. Let's see. Let's just take a look at the things we need to make. So we need to make yellow belts for sure. And these yellow belts are going to be used in red belts, undergrounds, and transport belts. So that's something that's going to need to continue on. I'm wondering here if this can be the yellow belts. And this can be the undergrounds. This can be the splitters. What else do you need? You need iron. You need iron also, and electronic circuits. So if this, let's say this is, this will be iron because we need it for the gears. But then we need somewhere for the gears to go out. Maybe this should be iron. I would like to have a full side here where iron can be grabbed. So if I go over here, let's do stack inserters. Let's make this iron plates. Okay, so gears can come in here. Yeah, okay. And gears can come out here. I may adjust this. And we'll see how this works. So gears, gears, gears. And this is the only one right now that needs green circuits. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's take a look at red. Red needs gears, and it needs the yellow belts. too far. I think I boxed myself into a corner a little bit here. Let me think about this for a second. If I bring iron down on this side, then the yellow belts would come out over here, which would help solve my problem. Let's try that. Alright, so if the yellow belts output here, as soon as we get some iron in there, here, let's make sure it works here, I suppose. La 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 la. Waiting. While we're waiting, let's look at these. So these need green circuits. Looks like we're doing these first though. So green circuits, gears. So these don't need. Yeah. I'm thinking it's more like this. And then they're just going to deliver them straight in. Like so. Oh, but we do need gears. I can move these over one more. All right, one more modification. One more. You can tell it's been a while since I tried to set up one of these systems. Okay, so we're going to have to do the little underground trick here as for each of these. Okay, so what's missing? We're missing the green cards there. We're missing, oh my gosh, we're missing the yellow belts here. And these are also going to need yellow belts. So the yellow belts need to come out on this side too. And then in over here. Okay, there we go. This is going to work. It's not as inelegant as I thought. It actually is not too bad. The question is like, well, when we get the blue belts, what's that going to look like? I do have one more thing to do here, however, and that's bring in the green cards. And that should do it. One other thing I really want to do, in fact, I can do that over here, is I can set these up to recycle the old stuff. I can't do it here yet because otherwise the robots will go in a loop. If I see what I want to do is I want to request the old ones. So I'll bring in any of the old undergrounds I get from usually from me will get taken away from the robots, put in here, and then recycled. Same with the splitters. But I can't do it with the belts right now because I'm actually making yellow belts. So let's go down and we'll unhook that from the system. And I'll come back and fix that. I just got to find out where I'm making them. I think I'm making it on the right side down here. Yeah, they're there. We can just undo this whole thing because it's redundant at this point. Okay. So I can just dump those in the trash. And they will get put in storage. And then when I change this up here. Alright, go ahead and get me. When I change it up here, then they'll get recycled. And so as I go through and I kind of upgrade things, that will take care of itself. Oh, I'm missing one more thing, aren't I? The most important thing, outputs. Oh, we're missing gears, and I'm missing gear inputs too. I'm missing so many things. However, if you just stay there and you look at it, it eventually becomes obvious what you're missing. So just gears, lots of gears. Just thinking about this, I was just thinking about adding another gear producer here to fill the other side. But then I'm kind of realizing that this stuff isn't super critical. I do want to take a look at one thing though. Does this require any kind of... Are there any technologies that require any kind of logistics items? Splitters, undergrounds? I don't think so. What about this one? No, nothing there. And that's it. That's the last science, right? So these things are not that critical. They're basically for me to build with. And that's about it. I don't know. That being said, it would be nice for them to be a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and do it. We'll double side this thing up. All right. Well, with that done, let me stop requesting these, number one, and switch that to red belts. And anything new that we make, we'll do red. And I'll go through at some point, and we'll do some upgrades. I can't really do that right now. I need to wait for things to build up a bit. I want to limit these. All right. Well, this looks pretty good. You know, like I said, at first I thought it was going to be really inelegant, but it turns out that it's actually not too bad. It's pretty compact. It does the job. As soon as we get some more iron, it's going to be a little bit more useful too. Okay. go take a look at iron again real quick. What is our little train doing? Let's take a look at the train when it comes in. In fact, let's ride it out there to... actually, before I go out there, let me check the logistics network here. Okay, I'm looking for mining drills, and I am creating mining drills in the logistics network. So let's request some of those. Let's bump that to 100. And I want to go out. I have 36 on me. What else am I going to need? I'm going to need more belts. I've got yellow belts. I'm slowly getting more red belts. But I'm going to need a bunch more stuff. So I'm going to have to just make it myself, I think. While we're waiting for that to get up to speed. I want to go out there and I want to improve the iron ore mining. So let's just make as much stuff as we can. I'm waiting for that train to come in. I'm going to ride that train out there. I also want to see how much iron ore it has in it when it comes back. Here it comes. We'll just watch the robots while we wait. So it looked like maybe it was a little more than halfway full. I didn't get it quite on time, but we've got 2 cars on there. One of the things I did in my little break there where I was making stack inserters in between this episode and the last episode was to add cars on the end. They're not really doing anything yet, but it's got 2 cars now. And here we are at Iron A. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to set up the system for 2 cars, for 2 train cars. And let's remove these. Let's reset our hotkeys to the new stuff. And we're going to bring this in from behind here. And then as soon as I get this stuff built, I will have some new steel boxes to put in here. I also need to upgrade these guys. It's going to help us fill up faster. And I need a new... some more power. Actually, let's go with these guys here. The smaller power poles. So now I just need some boxes to drop in the middle there. Let's go look at doubling this up here too. Still waiting for some of that stuff to get built. I'm going to add one more row of mining drills here. Let's clear this blueprint and we will just blueprint this guy. Just making sure everything looks pretty solid. It does. Let's turn our robots back on. And let's extend this over here a little bit. I can't see. As soon as I get that next technology, I'm gonna set up night vision. trying to see where this overlaps over to here. Okay, the rest I can do myself. Let's just go ahead and do that. I'll put just 2 more drills here. Come over here. We'll add a splitter. Okay, that's going to fill it up for sure, I think. And our boxes are about to be built after we get a few more. Yeah, that's actually, you know, considering there's no boxes here to store things, that's actually filling up pretty quick. Okay, here we come with the boxes. I'm looking at my belts here. I only have 37 belts left of the yellow variety. Okay, here's our boxes. Great, finally. All right, that's going to allow things to buffer up a bit while we're waiting for the train to come back. I'm wondering if I should drop in one more line of miners. I don't think it would hurt. So let's go ahead and do it. If I don't have enough yellow belts, I will use red. So I'm missing one over here. And I have one left. Let's use that. And let's switch this to, oops, wrong button. Center mouse button. We'll switch that to red and connect it up. All right, let's see if we can make this train. I can't reach this one, but I'm guessing it's pretty full too. All right, that's really going to make a big difference in our iron production. Make sure that I'm requesting fuel. Get rid of that extra ore. Yeah, it looks good. That's using all the robots again too, so I can see that they're adding more and more into the system. We're almost up to 1,000. We're almost at, well, to 900. Construction robots looks good. Everything looks pretty good. Very pleased. And let's go take one last look here as I get refilled with items. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nice and solid. Totally full. Totally full here. Now these are the original sort of Mark I furnaces, if you will. So I can upgrade these, and it's going to pull in ore faster. But you can see that the lines, the iron lines, are much more full. And so let's check power, because now that we have that, power is actually going to be consumed at a much greater rate as technology or beakers and stuff are being produced more. Looks like our primary user of power is our roboports, which makes sense. Then the mining drills, assemblers, and so on down the line. Cool. Very cool. Although this being at 0 is a bit concerning. Let's investigate. You would think that the labs, if they're researching anything, which they are not. Oh. Silly me. So this research that is showing there was just happened to be done by things that were already in the system. How bizarre. I need to set up a substation assembler. Yep, another mistake. I'm making a lot of careless errors. Sometimes when I'm talking for the videos, you know, my focus is not completely on the task at hand. So it's a skill. It's actually a skill that you get better at as you do more of these. And it's been a while, so I'm a bit rusty. But, you know, things are working, you know, slowly but surely. It gets worked out. And, you know, on that note, actually, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for this episode. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hello to new subscribers, and thank you for those thumbs ups. I do appreciate it. Anyhow, we'll see you next time. Take it easy.